Hello, Tubbies. How are you? You're like, what the hell are we staring at? What is this? I have not been watching anything witchy at all on YouTube. I have been sucked into the world of plants. So I'm going to turn my whole house into a jungle very slowly. But I thought I would do like a little Sunday vlog thing where we don't necessarily talk about witchcraft things. I mean, we could, I guess, house plants can be witchy, sort of. I don't know. I mean, maybe, perhaps. I don't know. We got some peas. They dying though. They dying. But we're trying. I'm trying. Okay, they're not gonna be indoor, obviously, but it's snowing out. It's April. Okay, we're not time traveling. It's April and it's snowing outside. Look at that. Look at that. Oh Lord, Lord. Anyways, we got some incense. I mean, houseplants are the best for incense. But I wanted to show you some of my house plants. This isn't it. We're gonna keep going, okay? But these ones here are called Wandering Jews. They have an actual name that I can't pronounce, but we're just gonna go with that. And if there's Jewish people out there that are offended, then I'm sorry? Question mark. And we got some pothos. I don't know all the names of the plants. We have a snake plant. This snake plant, I have thousands of these now because they came from this snake plant in the back. Okay, snake plants for days. But I got this Wandering Jew when I was very young, okay? Like I was 14 or 15, and a lady gave me a Wandering Jew and said, like, it was like maybe 3 cuttings, and she's like, oh, you'll have this forever. I have thousands of them, okay? This isn't even all of them. I have thousands. These things, you can cut them right back down to the soil and they will just explode. And if you, I have east facing windows, but if you have south facing or west facing, their branches or stems or vines will get thick, okay? Very, like, thicker than this. They'll get very, very thick, and their leaves will get massively huge. Now, what I understand about these plants is they need water. Obviously, all plants need water, okay? But these ones, I regret putting them in terracotta pots because they always need water. Always. Like, and you'll know when they need water because their leaves will go very gray. Okay, they'll go very gray. This particular vine right here, okay, if I took it down, it would literally touch the ground. Well, not completely, but almost. So the idea between, or with me doing the 3 hanging pots here is that I was hoping, I didn't realize these macrames would hang so low. I failed, as you can see, to properly hang them. Okay, at least 2 of them. They're not screwed all the way up to the roof, but they are in the joists of the roof because that's just how you do it. Now, the planter hanger thingamajiggies came with the little metal clip thing that you could put into like the drywall part of the roof, but I didn't want to mess with that and drill giant holes in my apartment ceiling. Keyword apartment. I'm not getting a damage deposit back. It's okay, no one cares. So I put them into the joist, and it was the first time I ever used a drill. Well, okay, that's a lie. I've used a drill before, but you know, unsupervised by myself. And so I'm just very proud. Like, look, these things just come all the way down. Now I take a bunch of these cuttings and I will plant them outside in my planters. You can kind of see some planters over there, and there's a planter right there. I moved my planters around. This big planter will go outside. I don't know. With peas, I'm trying to grow some snow peas or snap peas or whatever, and they do fine, but I think I have an issue with overwatering. You're like, it's in a huge container. Well, yes. And at one point, I did plant like thousands of seeds in here, and this was all bushy and whatnot. And then I killed them all because I overwatered it. Don't overwater your plants. And then over here, we've got some, um, why is the name escaping me? Rubber ficuses, okay? There's an actual name for them, but no one cares. And they do fine in east-facing windows, but if you have south or west, they'll do better. Like, as you can see, it's getting new, get out of the way, leaf. It's getting new growth, but you can also see, oh, I need to clean these leaves. Look at that, look at that. Can you see the cat hair just hanging off there? Oh, dear Lord. But as you can see, the leaves are small. Like, they're not as big and luscious as they could be. So I do plan to get some grow lights for this particular section. As for the wandering Jews, they'll do fine anywhere. North, east, west, south, they'll do fine anywhere, as long as they get light. The more light you give them, the bigger the leaves, the thicker the stems. The less light you give them, the more leggy they will become. As you can kind of see with these ones, they're kind of a little leggy, a little thin. They can get even thinner than this, trust, if they don't get enough light. But they will grow, and they spread, and they grow fast, okay? They will take over the container. They also flower. They have little white flowers. I've only ever seen these things flower once, and it was severely, severely, severely root bound, okay? But like I said, you could cut them right back, and they get, can you focus? Can you focus? Can you focus? You're not gonna focus, are you? You're mean and cruel and evil. But as you can kind of see in the non-focusy thing there, they get little growth off of them. And if you just lay them along the pot, they will root. They'll just root. They'll just root. Oh, we're not focusing. Focus. There we go. See, we're focusing. The witchy show's figured it out. So yeah, let's move over to another section of plants. Oh, I wanted to talk about this. You're like, oh God, what is happening? So we've got a little circle of candles. Okay, little circle of... I put these on plates. I'm tired of the wax getting everywhere, okay? But I put these finally on plates. You're like, thank the Lord for that. Are you gonna focus? There we go, focus. So, that's not what I wanted to show you. This is what I wanted to show you. You're like, oh, we see a sigil. We see a sigil underneath. What are you working with? So I'm working, focus again, with a new demon of sorts who is an east, let's put it this way, an east facing, right? A demon of the east. And I will talk more about this demon in my season 2 of Dancing with Demons. But I have a circle here, okay? It's like a little circle. And there's a key and some crystals. Bitches ain't gonna escape that circle. Although these candles have gone out. That's why there's these candles on top. See, I'm very poor. I need to get new candles. I'm very poor. But so these candles did go out. So I'm assuming this demon has escaped the circle and is wandering throughout my house now and giving me terrifying dreams. But I'm working with this demon to better myself because I'm a horrible, disgusting person. Okay. Horrible, disgusting person. So I've set up this circle. This is kind of what I do sometimes when I'm working with demons, is I take this entire section to the astral plane. You're like, can you do that? You can do anything. Trust me, it's witchcraft. You can do anything. So I take this whole section to the astral plane, and because it's physically on the physical plane and only a spiritual or magical representation of it exists on the astral plane. That's why I have this little sacred space here, right? And I burn some incense, right? We got our, what is this? What is this? Our frankincense and myrrh and you're not gonna focus again, because there we go. See, we're focusing. Our little frankincense and myrrh and red sandalwood, incense, and we need to focus again. You're like all the focusing. And so this was like no, it was an hour long working, but I only showed you guys like half an hour in the video that's coming. You're like, oh Lord, don't worry, there'll be talky stuff over top because we're gonna talk about this demon and so on and so forth. But I need to clean this altar, and look, it's my Book of Shadows. It's very full, but I have a video coming tomorrow, literally tomorrow. It's our what's it called? Downworld Spiral Part 2, right? 56 views on the last video. Christ. You people should tell me what you want in videos. Like, I don't know what you want. You don't watch my videos. What's wrong with you? Anyways, let's move over here. So I got some grow lights from my marijuana. You're like, where's the marijuana? There's no marijuana. We got more Wandering Jews, okay? And we got more snake plant. And I tell you, I have thousands of cuttings of these. I'll show you soon. But I've got some catnip that I sliced back, like all the way back, because it was mostly dying. I brought it in from outside, and it's just come back, and it's doing fantastic under these grow lights that I got on Amazon for 36 Canadian dollars, probably 40, including shipping and all that fun stuff. And then I got more catnip, and I'm growing it from seed, and we got some parsley over here, if we'll focus on the parsley. Okay, they're barely starting to get their second leaves, but like no one cares. And we got some parsley in there. You can kind of see some of them have their second leaves. And we got more peas. You're like, oh, you're growing peas under yes. And they're starting to cling to everything because of these little viney things that you can see here, right? They want to cling to things. They want to climb. And I'm like, I don't have anything for you to climb on. I'm sorry. So they'll cling to my pots. They'll cling to everything. And then we have a plant that I used to know how to grow really well, and I've killed thousands of them. And I'm like, I don't understand how I've started killing spider plants. But I am waiting. This one is starting to get root bound. Look at those roots. And I'm very excited because if it gets root bound, it should start producing babies. I want babies. Okay, give me all of your babies. Give me all of your babies. And then I have an English ivy over here. Now, people hate English ivies. I mean, people love English ivies, but these are pest magnets, okay? They tend to get spider mites, and I've been blessed to not get spider mites on this thing. So usually when I get English ivies, they always have spider mites on them. And I'm just like, ooh. Or they get them. They get spider mites. So I bought this one like a year ago, right? And they've just been living under these plant lights. All like the spider plant and the English ivy and the catnip in the terracotta pot have been living under the plant light for like the last year, okay? This Wandering Jew and snake plant, I recently put under here. I don't think I'm going to have them live under there anymore. I think they're going to be moved to the east-facing window at some point in the kitchen because that's the window that gets the most light, or they'll go outside for the summer. I haven't figured it out. Yeah, and then the peas will also go outside. And then let's go to the kitchen, okay? Because the kitchen has more plants. Okay, so let me turn on some lights. You're like, what the hell is going on? So I'm really worried about this one falling out. You're like, can you see up there? There's only one screw. I don't think you can see that. There we go. There's only one screw in there. You're like, why didn't you put the other one in? Because this was a nightmare, okay? I had to use a drill to get it in there, and I had to buy drill bits, and I don't know what I'm doing, and it was a nightmare, okay? Now, this is not properly, like, it's not nailed all the way across, so I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of bulging. I'm like, please don't fall out. Don't rip yourself out of the wall. And then I bought another these macrames are so expensive, okay? I went and bought 2 macrames, 2 of these metal things, and a plant that I will show you soon. And it cost me $90 because I didn't even take the price tag off.
They're 26 bucks each. I spent $52 on just 2 of these macrames. Oh my god, tubies. Anyways, so the reason I'm worried about it falling out is because I have a terracotta pot in here, and you know when terracotta pots get wet or you water things, they get really heavy. So we're praying. But we've got more Wandering Jews. Now, I have these red ones here that my friend gave me. He gave me some cuttings, okay? And they're doing really well. I'm very excited. We've got, what is this? This is an orchid that just never blooms. It's got a little bit of a brown spot on it, I think. Okay, so one of the leaves got burnt because I had it facing towards the window, and this is the brightest east-facing window because the sun comes from like over there, okay? And I burnt one of the leaves, and I was like, oh no, I burnt a leaf. But this is a wooden planter. These are expensive. They're like, I've got a few of them, but they're like 60 bucks a piece. Okay, expensive tubies. And you're like, why do you have a stick in there? Well, I just started wrapping plants around it one day because they were spilling all over the place. I've got plants, I've got all kinds of plants in here. We've got our pothos, our golden pothos, okay? They've managed to actually keep their variegation, unlike the one in the living room, which is losing its variegation because that balcony east-facing window doesn't get like a lot of light, whereas this east-facing window gets a lot of light. I've only got north and east-facing windows. And then, oh my god, are you? No, you're not. I have a fern. I don't know. Is this a fern? This thing. What is this? I don't know. I think it's a fern. I kill them. Okay, I kill them. I murder them. I'm horrible with them. But as I was telling you, with the lagginess, you can see like this Wandering Jew is kind of laggy, and this one is kind of laggy. But if you look at this branch or vine, you can see that like the stems get pretty thick on them when they have a lot of light. Do I have any that have really thick stems like this one? Look at this. Look at this. They get thicker than this. They get huge. Okay? They get massive. They get disgustingly inappropriate. So this is literally full of pothos and Wandering Jews that just take over. Okay, they just take over. And we got a little bit of a fern thing in here, and it shoots out new growth every now and then, but I don't know. I thought I killed it at one point, and I cut it all the way back. You can see some of the like the dead brown stuff in there, and I thought I had slaughtered it, so I cut it all the way back. See, I cut it back, and it just started shooting out these things one day. I don't know what they're called, and they're long, and they just go, and then they die. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, this one is starting to die, but they just. Oh, we got more Wandering Jews. You're like, how many do you have? I told you, you only need one cutting of a Wandering Jew, and within a year you'll have thousands, okay? Thousands. Now, there's more plants. We need to pull some down. So this one is the Wandering Jew plant that I recently just slaughtered this thing. Like, I cut it right back to the ground, and it's like, hi, how are you? I'm just gonna grow. And I'll show you the cuttings. I've got so many cuttings. I'm waiting for it to stop snowing outside. Can we see some outside? No? The phone doesn't want to focus. See? Look, snow. We don't appreciate you. May long weekend is almost here too. Is May long weekend the first weekend in May, like the Mother's Day weekend, or is that like the next one? I don't know. No one knows. But anyway, so I slaughtered this thing right back. It's been living in this pot for like years, okay? No, not years. Maybe a year, maybe 2 years, 3 years, 2 years, I don't know. And every year I cut it right back to the base, and it just keeps going. Just keeps. But we need to pull that down. Oh, excuse me. We need to pull that down. And then I have this tree thing. I don't know what it is. Don't ask me what it is. Don't ask me to, because okay, nobody knows. And I thought that I would kill it. And I've had it for a couple of years. It's lived in this nursery pot forever. It doesn't, you're not even going to focus, are you? There we go. It's just a 4-inch tropical. That's all we know about it.
I flood it with water every week or two. I mean, I've kind of possibly overwatered it. Oops, daisies. But it just shoots out new growth and it just lives here in this east facing window and it just does. Can we focus? It just does fine. This is another wandering Jew. Oh, the name. Let me show you. Let me focus. Yeah, focus. Yeah, focus. There you go. However you pronounce that is his actual name, except I've got the green one, and I also have red ones. And I just call them wandering Jews, and they just grow, okay? They just grow. I recently bought this one, and it just exploded all this new growth on it. Look at this. It was tiny. It was just barely out of this pot, and within a couple of weeks, I swear to God, couple of weeks, Tubies, that's all you need. And we got more wandering Jews back here, and a snake plant. Now, these ones I have almost killed a few times, because I forget that they're back there and they just dry out because wandering Jews need water. They love water, okay? Yes, you can overwater them, but they love a good watering. I mean, you just soak them when you go to water them. And we've got more. These are some cuttings, again, that my friend had given me, the red ones. And you can see there's one green one in there, and they're just gonna explode. They're just gonna go crazy. And then I bought a new plant that I wanted to show you. Oh my Lord, tubies. Okay, let me put this one down. This is called a mother of thousands, and I kill cactus plants. So I will be just surprised if I even manage to get anything out of this thing. But you can see, focus, wait, see right there? You see it? You see it? There we go. That's the babies all along here. Let's see if I can move this a little bit. Look at that. This is why it's called the mother of thousands. These will grow up to be tiny versions of this plant, right? And they will start to root. And when they start, and they'll just start to root right where they are. And then they will fall. They will fall. They'll just fall, just naturally. They'll just fall off into the soil, which is a cactus mix, and they will just grow. And then you will have thousands because it's called the mother of thousands. Lord, my kitchen's a mess. Bear with me. So I have this one in an east-facing window because it needs a lot of light. And this particular section on top of my dishwasher is the perfect section. You're like, what the hell is this? What is going on? So I don't know if I can pull these down. Let's try. I'm doing this one-handed. Will you come? These, I've got two big ones, are all of the wandering Jews, and they're rooting in there. I don't know if you can see that. They're rooting, and these are the ones that go outside. These, like I said, I've got two big jars of these wandering Jews. Okay, two large. Remember, I told you this should be called the mother of thousands because all you need to do is slice and dice. Okay, and these will go outside. Some of them will go outside. I need to get pots. I don't have the space for any more plants in my place. I need more grow lights so that my altar can be converted to a plant space, okay? I've got too many. But one of these will go outside and the other one will just be planted inside. But all of these came from this, okay? That is what I'm telling you. You may be the worst person with plants, but if you can get your hands on like the red version or the green version of the Wandering Jews, and they have variegations. I was given a green one. Three cuttings, that's it. I think it was 3 cuttings, I don't know, maybe it was more. But it was like, just a few. And now I have thousands. And I was 14 at the time, okay? 14, and now I have thousands. Just millions. And all of my plants live back here, and they get all of this beautiful light, and I need to move. I need a place that has south and west facing windows. But yeah, I just wanted to share my plans with you because I was watching a lot of these Like I watch Plantarina, and there's this guy in Philadelphia who I watch, and they always talk about the same damn things. It's the Hoyas, the Peperomias, the can you stop with the fucking alarm? Like, what is going on? I live in a crappy neighborhood. Okay, crappy neighborhood. Bear with me while the alarm is going off. But they talk about the same plant species over and over and over and over, and it's annoying. So, like, I was binging this guy's content, and it's the same plants. I mean, they're obviously different plants, but it's the same species of plants. And I'm like, for somebody who has 400 plus plants, don't you? Yeah, he has 400 plus plants. Okay, I want 400 plus plants. But I was like, don't you ever like buy something different? Like, why does nobody talk about wandering Jews or spider plants or orchids or everybody talks about pothos and golden pothos. And I mean, he somewhat talks about ferns, but I kill ferns, so I can't get ferns because I'll kill ferns. I don't know how to take care of ferns. I'll kill ferns. And they just talk about the same plants over and 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 over again. And I'm like, why? Anyways, like I said, I just wanted to share this with you and do something little vloggy bits, you know, not really witchy. I don't know, maybe you guys won't like this video. Maybe you'll downvote it or dislike it or unsubscribe or stop following me. I don't know. You're like, this isn't witchy content. We're out of here. Also, if you just place these guys, focus. If you just place these guys along the earth, these pothos plants, these golden pothos, okay, they will root, okay, because of their aerial roots. They will, okay, you also have to be careful of these plants. These plants have nodes, and at the end of each, I don't know if I can find one. Can I find one? Oh, I sort of found one. Oh. Why are you black? Oh no, you're just dark green. Right here. Okay, you see these little bumps all along here? These, if they had like a wall or something, they would turn into aerial roots, which means that little roots will grow off of here. But they're not like, they are roots that you could put into the soil, but if this was up against a wall, these would turn into roots that would cling to the wall. And the reason you have to be careful is because if they cling to the wall, they can literally rip the drywall. Like the paint and bits of drywall off the wall when you go to move them because they just cling. They're like suction cups. They just cling, okay? And I want that one day. Can we focus? And I really want that one day. I want them to just explode into growth. Now, here in this window, they do fantastic. Do I have, right here, the new growth. So this was facing the window, and these leaves just get freaking massive, okay? And they are beautiful, and they're variegated, and I only water this guy like once every 2 weeks, okay? And my rubber ficuses that you saw out there in the living room, I water that like once a month. You're like, oh God. And it's because it's in a huge pot, so they get like a lot of water, and then they just, you know. Anyways, this video is going on forever. I love you. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Please like my content. Please like comments, okay? Don't like comments. Leave comments, okay? I love all of you. I really do, okay? Bye-bye.